All right. Welcome in, everybody, to Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 7:55 on the East Coast. We got another full day of action, so we got to be coming at you bright and early so you don't miss anything throughout the slate, since we got college basketball going throughout the day, NBA at night, and then we already had one Wild World Cup match, and then we got three more on the slate for today, all powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be hopping into their DMs for a weekend, week, or month package. We're live on Twitter, but jump over to YouTube if you want to be featured in today's show. Drop your best bets. Let us know what your thoughts on for today's slate. Sosa, it's been a wild morning for you so far, it seems.
Oh man, things are fucking splendid. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I mean, this is your king? Is this your king? I'm asking. It's 7:56. I got a lot to say. Messi doing what he does every fucking major international tournament. Cough up the fucking money. This is what he do. All you Messi dick eaters on the fucking timeline. You're gonna have to hold this L gracefully. Y'all moving like some bitches right now. The motherfucker gets checks every single week from Arabs. I don't want to hear Saudi Arabia bought the fucking game. I don't want to hear that shit. That's all I'm hearing. They paid the refs. They paid the refs. Man, shut the fuck up. He lost. Fuck on. But yeah, other than that, man, it's a nice morning. Had a great show yesterday. Up about 8 units yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Nice little Monday to start the week. The Niners won. I'm on 10. Can't nobody tell me shit. I swear to God they can't. Nobody can tell me a motherfucking thing. They can't tell me shit. They can't tell me shit today. No, I'm talking all my shit. Yeah. I'm here. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, really not much else to say because especially since his goal was from the penalty spot as well. Whew, fell asleep out the gate in the second half. Only way to put it if you missed it. But
yeah, I mean, again, Saudi Arabia took care of business, man. Y'all tell me all these lies every single time about how amazing Messi is and all the playmaking, and he looks great on star-studded stacked teams where he can just be another guy. I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. This motherfucker sucked. He sucked today. I don't want to hear none of that. He sucked today. They lost today. They're gonna have to hold that L. Simple as that. You
do you
heard?
know who also had a terrible second half?
Who?
The U.S.
Yeah, they couldn't come through for us early, or they didn't come through for us early or late. They blew it at the end. I'm very disappointed, but it is what it is. We move
That
forward.
second half was a rough watch because how many line breaking passes they had available and a whole bunch of a whopping 0% got completed. Even gotta give my king Brendan Aronson some shit because he had a solid play. I think it was like the 66th minute. Sure, he was just fresh coming off the bench, but he could have sent a through ball to Weah on the right to potentially make it 2-0. And then you get to shenanigans in the box. Not a good time for Greg because it seemed like he got outclassed at halftime right there because they looked dead and dusted in the second half. Sure, it was a little bit more competitive, but that was not a strong second half whatsoever. Sure, it's a youth. Sure, they got to learn, but that was weak second half to say the least.
Hey man, the game is the game. We're just here to play it. I'm not shocked by anything I witnessed today or yesterday. Just don't give me the story about the selling off of games. Y'all lost. Y'all lost. You hold your L gracefully. The moving like bitches is what I don't like. Sorry, that's just the reality of it. All right.
Well, with that early result, that kind of puts one of the groups in complete chaos. But Sosa, do you got anything for Denmark versus Tunisia right
We're
as it's
going the
about to
emotional
kick?
angle. We're going the emotional angle. We're going to go half unit on Christian Eriksen to get a goal at plus 250. Yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. Last time we saw him play internationally, we know what happened. He pretty much passed away on the pitch. He's made a great work to have that recovery and to get back to where he was. Plus 250 Christian Eriksen puts one in the old onion bag, and we have a dialogue afterwards. Yes, sir. That's who I'm on. You already know.
Yep, not the same group there, but first game, I think it's just about the kick, so you got enough time and plenty enough time to be locking it in live if you're one of us tuning in. Next one, Sosa and I may have a little bit of a head-to-head here because I know he likes his man Louis, but once again, we kind of saw it with Argentina today. You can have him up top. If you can't get the ball through to him, or your second striker, Martinez for Argentina, and for Poland, throw in whoever you want, Milik, but they can't finish. They can't get the ball up there. I think Mexico walks away with dub here. I got them on the money line at plus 150. Now, with the group completely up in air, they could take potentially the one spot. Sure, it's there for Poland as well. But I like how this Mexico team is cruising. I think they get Chucky involved frequently on the wing here. That's going to give Poland a lot of issues on the left. Mexico money line plus 145.
Well, you're not going to get any arguments from me. I want Mexico to win. I think if anything, I would roll with Mexico or pick this game to end in a tie. Yeah, I like it. I like the idea, man.
Yeah, yesterday it was sitting at like a pick 'em at plus 162. You saw maybe it's the betting public, the sharps, whoever it is, moved it in Mexico's favor by like 15 cents. So hopefully you got it in a little bit earlier, but I do think Mexico makes it far this tournament. And then the last one. I don't know if it'd be as crazy as an upset, but if the Oceanic, the Asian Pacific region want to stay wild, Socceroos, they're going to slow down Mbappe?
Hell no. He's going to score twice today. Listen.
Socceroos are hot, though. They're not playing quality competition, but they can't lose.
I know they're hot, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about that. I know they're hot. I also know that people do a lot of this in regards to teams when it comes to tournaments, and they just completely disregard the talent that they still have out there. France will win this game going away. I'll stamp that. They will win this match absolutely going away. And all of the people who are on the internet thinking otherwise are going to look like idiots with egg on their face. France will win this match just fine. And all that they're in trouble bullshit, all that they're missing one guy. Is Mbappe still showing up? If he's playing, give me France going away. I don't give a fuck about how well Australia's been playing. That's just
when I get on the internet and clown you and say if your king doesn't show up today for this one.
No. He's not my king. The way they gargle, the way the internet gargles Lionel Messi's nuts, you'd think they were doing a promo for Naughty America in 2008. It's fucking gross. All right.
For Australia, there's not really even a key guy to try to be hyping up here. They just have to get it done with the team play, like you've seen, but sure, it's a long time ago. Back in September, they did drop a game to Saudi Arabia 1-0, but that's in the qualifications. Socceroos are basically already through. I don't want to say who my soccer goat is, so that's all right.
I'm just saying.
It ain't Ronaldo and it ain't Messi.
Oh, you're one of those.
Asshole with the long hair.
You're one of those.
The asshole with the long hair.
Okay. Fair enough. I get it.
Not a good team player.
I'm taking Kylian Mbappe to score twice. Hear my coffee machine in the background. I'm sprinkling Kylian Mbappe 2 goals. Y'all can roll with me if you want. It's at plus 460. That's where I'm at. I like France to win today. I really do. I don't think that. Not quite understanding where all the steam is coming from the other way, but the truth be told, I'm rolling with France.
I think it's all that quote unquote sharp action from the people out there seeing the 2 injuries to France and training and everything like that. Yeah,
They're
there's
gonna
one,
get
if there's
fooled.
one team that has the depth to be able to withstand it, it's this French side. My just concern is, one, European teams usually don't do well in the World Cup when it's outside of Europe, and two, we don't see back-to-backs almost ever. So
Well, it's
that's just
okay
kind
because
of where,
it's a team full of Africans.
but yeah, that's kind of where with France, I think they'll get shocked and go out at some point. But this shows if Mexico or Poland take care of business, that's set up for a France-Argentina round of 16 matchup if France finishes in the one spot. Just putting it out there.
Oh, Argentina not gonna make it out their group. They're not even gonna make it out the group stage.
So you got Mexico and Poland succeeding out
Maybe
at this
Mexico and
point.
somebody, but it ain't gonna be them. Argentina can choke on multiples. I mean that.
So yeah, maybe some extra for there today because they didn't think Poland or Mexico, the one spot could be open. So let's see what happens there. And hopefully we get a France-Argentina round of 16 matchup.
Yes, sir.
I know you weren't up late last night watching college hoops.
I
You
wasn't.
see what Arizona and Cincy did in the second half?
I did not. I was.
We had 70 points in the first half, so we cleared the first half under by a lot. They scored 124 points in the second half. I think Arizona made their first 18 shots from the field in the second half and didn't miss until like the 10-minute mark. Cincy just caught fire, and at the end they covered the spread late when they were down 16 with a minute 30 left, and they pulled it within 9.
What?
And then yesterday, Arkansas went on a 17-0 run against Louisville in the second half too. Those are two ways to lose two of the Maui plays. The early over hit, so it was not a great day on the college hardwood in Hawaii, but we had action throughout the day. Some other crazy results. St. Joe's still sucks. What's up?
Said shout out to the Clippers handling that late for us. They won the game last night and they covered the 3.5. Very, 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 very solid performance by them at the end of the day. Very happy.
Yeah, the -2.5 or the -3 with Georgia was not fool's gold yesterday against the Hawks. Shit, man. I think it was 38-15 at halftime. It was one of the worst performances we've seen. Billy Lang still fucking sucks.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, we got another loaded day on here. Kansas State's laying 4.5 against Nevada. Everything's telling me to take Nevada here, so we'll take the +4.5 in the Cayman Island Classic. Not an early game, 7:30 start there. The other one in the Cayman Island, which is a very strange line. Tulane's laying 9 against Rhody. Can't take it there, but one of the strange lines out there today. Drexel and Florida Gulf Coast being a toss-up and a pick-em. You like the Dragons there?
I'm not.
Like Florida Gulf Coast essentially has home court advantage too, since they host this one.
Yeah, I'm not committal on that. I'm not. It's mutual. It's a neutral site, but it's not a neutral site.
Yeah, that's one of the other wild games going on down there. But let me pull up the lines for the Maui games because we're going back. I do not like the over. I guess in the Poland or France game, I'd stay away from totals so far in the first few games here because we've seen the unders cash in a set for one game. Oh, yeah, and before we switch, shout out to Dougie Herb. I believe he called the 1-1 exact result late in the show yesterday. Props to him. Nailed that game in the USA Wales. But -4, Ohio State. -110 against the Bearcats. I don't think they'll catch life. They kind of look dead and dusted other than that late second half run that they put on for no reason. So Ohio State, they just fell asleep in the second half to lose that one against San Diego State. So that's where I'll start it off. Second game, I think this one, knock on wood, has the most potential closing line value out there since this line is fresh. It's on DraftKings. Arizona on the money line at -115 against San Diego State. Sosa, this Arizona team is going to convince us that they can win a championship soon. And then they'll remind us very soon after that they won't be able to.
You know the rules. They do it every year until March comes, and then they don't win shit. So,
but second year, no more Sean Miller. I don't know. Maybe I could be swinged a little bit more this time than previously.
Yeah, right. The head coach is Mark Few's right-hand man. I don't trust Mark. I don't trust him.
But he plays in a real conference.
Still don't trust him. Either of them.
I'm buying into the Lloyd stock. I fucking hated Sean Miller.
I think everybody hates Sean Miller. He's got one of the most punchable faces in the history of professional sports, or college sports at least.
And now he does a YouTube show. So he's with us. That means we're just one step away from being a college coach.
Clearly, that's the case.
All right, game of the day. Creighton, Arkansas, 2-point spread. They threw on that press like we told you they would yesterday, and Louisville's guards could not control whatsoever. I believe there's 4 straight dunks at one point during that 17-0 run from turnovers. Creighton, what are they? So we call them a smart team that can handle the press because they see it pretty frequently in the Big East, but maybe with the Arkansas can throw at you on this press. You got any thoughts here?
I think I lean towards Creighton in this one, man. I think Creighton can play a more disciplined form. I think they can play pretty disciplined ball. The only thing that scares me is that when teams like Creighton come across teams like Arkansas that are loaded athletically, they can have a propensity to get ran out of the gym unless they're hitting a lot of 3-point shots. I have nothing really. I think it's a close game. But I think Arkansas's athletes get it done. That's just what my thought process is in this particular matchup. How about yourself?
Over 140, minus 110.
I like
when a team presses like this, it could be a recipe for disaster for the over. But in this one, I think Creighton will fall into the trap, play quick with them, get down a little bit, start checking the threes. And we've seen Arkansas late in games let teams back in it for no reason. Sure, Louisville doesn't have the talent in order to do it, but that's where I like it in that one. So I'll take the over 140 minus 110. I am not jumping on the Louisville train against Texas Tech today, so don't worry about that one. So that means they'll cover.
Yes, sir.
So here's a trivia question before we get to the last game. Who is the last Pac-12 team to lose their 5 straight opening college basketball games?
Washington.
Yeah, well, they did it, yes, in like 1930s.
Yeah, I knew that. You didn't think I knew the answer.
Fucking Cal losing 5 straight to start this season. All against gimmies. Man, it is not a good time for Mark Fox.
Hey, you know what? I don't think you think he'll get fired?
If they do, I would pay St. Joe's to hire him in a second.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get fired. He'll figure out a way to keep.
I think he's just at a tough spot there. I mean, you've seen some life out of Cal, but Cal just doesn't do anything to prioritize hoops. It's really as simple as it is there.
True, and they've gone through some good coaches back to back too, who just haven't been able to get anything done there. They just haven't been able to recruit since Kunzo Martin left. They've tried multiple head coaches to try and get the program back on track, and they've been awful. So,
Grand Canyon playing Northern Iowa. The Dons did not cover yesterday, but they got the dub. So this is a loser's game because Grand Canyon lost to Wichita State. I don't know. I just stay away from back in Grand Canyon unless they're at home. Kind of been as simple as that this season. Look at their results.
Yep.
Speaks to itself.
Absolutely.
Last game of the day. We got to talk about this one. In the Barclays Center, 9:30, Syracuse Johnnies. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's the end of that Syracuse game was crazy last night going to overtime. Whew, what an insane. They got another chubby white guard at Syracuse that's cut from the Devendorf mold. Gerard. Didn't see he dropped the 30.
He's been there for a while, man. He sucks, and that's why we're going with the Johnnies on the money line at minus 130. You can get it at minus 125. I don't want to lay the 1.5 because I don't feel like sweating a Syracuse late 3. Once again, a team that's going to try to move it in transition. I don't think Johnnies have an issue shooting against this zone today. I like St. John's to potentially come out of the Big East victorious this season as well. because you already know I don't like Nova this year.
That
I think
was
Anderson got the guys rolling. I think this is year 4. I usually buy into coaches year 3, but you had the COVID year in Anderson's thing. I think he's got these guys at full strength. Love the talent on the roster. I'm buying 2 short favorites today, so let's see how that works. And the over. And Nevada plus 4.5 against Kansas State. So 4 plays once again. Let's get to the NBA.
Listen, I don't have a ton for the NBA. I only have a couple of leans, given that there's so much injury manipulation been going on. The Sixers are without 4 of their starters tonight. Can't really touch a game where Tobias Embiid, Maxey, and James Harden aren't playing. Like, that's what, $200 million. Like, unfortunately, I can't touch that, bro. I can't touch it.
Not even the plus 8.
Nope.
You're not going to make yourself to the center tonight?
No. Only play I like, well, I was going to go because it's Ben's first game back, but I'm chilling. The only play I like that I absolutely love is the over in the Sacramento Kings Memphis Grizzlies game, over 234. The Sacramento Kings have the second best offense in basketball right now. The Memphis Grizzlies play a high-speed, high-paced ball game. They just got Jaren Jackson back. I don't see that stopping. Give me the Sacramento Kings, Minnesota Grizzlies over 234 at minus 110. Only play on the board I like today, Tuesday night. Coming off a a big time win for my football team last night. Just kind of stay in the course, man. We're going to go with the over in that one. That'd be my only NBA look thus far. Too much uncertainty with players not playing in and out of the lineup.
Well, that's where I was going to get to my question or play, because we got the Denver, Utah back-to-back. We got the first leg of it tonight with the Pistons going into Denver, only laying the 5.5. So that was what I was going to ask you is, do we double it up, fade the Pistons both times? Because 1, they don't win on the road. I don't think they have a road win. 2, you're only laying 5.5. And 3,
I have no idea who's playing for the Denver Nuggets. I can't. It's impossible for me to even analyze it. We don't know who's playing. So the last couple of games. I
kind of want to do the double up with this, because the Thanksgiving trip of the Denver to Utah, they're going to be looking to get home real quick post tomorrow night. So that's just kind of why, with the Pistons and how they've been rolling this season. But the Jazz still number 1. Shout out Utah. Yeah,
well, the entire Western Conference is, I think it 2 games separate 1 through 9. 1.5 games separate. 1 through 10 is separated by 2 games.
Well, I told you why the Jazz were going to be this good this year.
Nah, they'll be in 10th place by All-Star break.
You're doubting. You're doubting Laurie.
Owe me lunch then.
You're doubting Laurie. We told you on calling the shots way back when.
Yeah, man, this season's been interesting.
People are trying to hop on the Laurie train. If you weren't there in game 1 of this season.
Yeah, if you weren't there game 1, for the dude cheering on the guy from Finland on the basketball court, then what were you really doing for real? Like, seriously. Here we are. Who'd have thunk it? Not me.
I did. Do you know why?
One more time.
You know why? Gordon Hayward did filthy in Utah. So I was just like, there's no reason why Laurie wouldn't.
Just got to say one thing real quick. If you're a Lionel Messi fan, please get off my dick and get the fuck out of my mentions on Twitter. It's getting annoying now, okay? Listen, when you lose, just take your L gracefully, okay? Don't make me have to call you a glizzy rider or a glizzy eater or a dick eater for that matter. Just take your L gracefully. When my team loses, I take L's gracefully. Learn from Sosa. Be like Sosa. When your team loses, just man up and say, my team lose. My team lost.
Or be a sad boy like me.
Yeah, or just cry like that guy. Don't pick up the phone. Don't respond to any texts, for like 2 or 3 days. And then, when you're over it emotionally,
no, I'm back as a sad boy. I can't watch soccer without Gareth Bale ruin my life.
He fucking hates you, dude. I don't know what you did to that guy. He fucking hates you. Oh my goodness. That's
That golf swing got him in good form going to LA, man. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, the Union game, okay, all right, cool. I get it. But yesterday, oh man, he has some, it's personal for him with you, bro. He fucking hates your guts. I don't know what you did to that man.
Tell him to meet me in the Union parking lot. We'll square it up later. But until tomorrow's episode, like, retweet, follow, subscribe. We started
He's
off
not
with the
joking
World
either.
Cup plays.
Rex got hands.
Then we started with college basketball. And then we wrapped it up with the NBA. We'll be back at you live a little bit later. And then make sure you mark off Thursday morning when you're making the turkey, when you're getting the shit ready for the day. We'll get you covered bright and early, just like today's episode, so you can give your aunts and uncles all the winners of the day and seem cool at the table. Other than that, we out.
Hey.